Okay, welcome to my stream. I'm gonna build a Prometheus from Stargate with the Stargate mod in Space Engineer. It has a hangar on top, and if we turn it around, it has a hangar on the back. As you see, I've landed a bit crooked in a way, but that's because I have to do it that way. Let's show up the HUD, turn on the azimuth iron thrusters, tighten engine, and let's pan around here, and the hydrogen thrusters which are underneath, and we are on the Earth-like planet, and let's take off. Just nose up and take off. Try to go straight up. And already here I can turn off the hydrogen. And we're nearly out of atmosphere. As you can see. The power is using a bit much power, but that's okay. Let's go from the inside view, the cockpit, and let's as you see, it breaks quite good when I let go of the W key, and we're at the full stop. So let's take a tour of it. I am gonna put the chair a bit forward so I could have a better view. This is the bridge with the medical station. I am thinking about putting a reactor up underneath here. We have the first officer's lodge with his cryopod, his own vent, and a bed. A little bit of view, as you can see. I have my second officer, which is a mirror of the first officer's lodge, a bed. I haven't had time to put in some lights. So if I turn my lights off, it's quite dark still. Then in the back you have the standard the captain in the back with a bit bigger, better view, and of course his own cryopod. The cryopod is connected, so you can charge up. The oxygen, hydrogen, it's piped up. So that's the bridge. Still a lot of room for improvement here. And since I have it on a survival, it is better to let it be a bit open so I can put in more. This is meant to be the crew quarters. I had to take out the cryopod which was here because of you see the steel catwalk put in the roof here is to hide the piping. So it's still possible to take down and put cryopods all over here for a big crew. But since I'm building it for a survival build, I haven't put that in yet. I will do that in my survival. Going further down, we have we can see our guns going down. We have 3 azimuth Gatling guns pointing forward, piped up behind glass. So actually I should have my helmet off. Take my hood away so you can see better. We go further down, there is possibility to jump off and take shortcut. Now we're at the first utility room. We have a nanite factory, fully upgraded, an hazmat load container, and you can see that all the piping are visible and easy to maintain. That is going to Gatling guns outside. From where we come down in the back here, we have a fully pressurized. Actually, no, I'm missing a vent here. But this is my reactor room, which reactors are an X20 arc reactor, which uses arc fuel, which you have to make. I have 2 assemblers. We will go and look at that later. I will put in a vent there. Go through the air vent, air locker. We have 2 fully upgraded assemblers with speed only. I am thinking about changing up to the speed upgrades for on each assembler for the power reduce. I have the stone crusher, extractor and furnace mod, which makes stone to magma, the furnace, and the extractor extracts magma to different kinds of ores. And I have a cargo container here for the overflow. I am thinking about putting a bigger cargo container, maybe a small hazmat container coming in this way. Have to look at that. I have, let's use the jetpack, a Stargate. Yeah, this is for making, if you're gonna use the Stargate on board, you need that one to make some of the stuff for Stargate. Here you can see 2 azimuths oxygen generator, and 3 refinery fully upgraded with 2 yield and 2 speed, and an energy shield also fully upgraded. Let's shut the doors here. Actually, we could go and look at the hangar first. I need my hammer here. Here we have the Stargate with the connector, because I am gonna use a jumper. Let's just put one in. Let's see if I can find that here. Let's put that one in. Need you to be the other way. Come on. Let me put you in. And that is big enough to go, small enough to go through the Stargate. Let's throw up the HUD, power it. Okay, it doesn't have power. So, if I had power, this does work, and it's also with azimuth. With azimuth cockpit with good view. Sorry, I didn't put that one in with reactors and stuff. It has a azimuth thrusters, azimuth reactor, a cargo container, and an oxygen generator, so you could, yeah, and you can go through the Stargate with that. Just delete that one out. Sorry about that. I'm going to go. I have buttons here to depressurize the. Didn't do that earlier. You see here I have a vent, a tank above, so I can depressurize it if I want to. When you go through, I can depressurize it for here. It's a toggle button. The same is for the big hangar. I have a button on the back to depressurize, because the downstairs is depressurized. So this is the hangar, the big hangar, and we're gonna take a tour out. So I should be able to put a big miner in here. I have one for that purpose. I'm gonna put some lights here. I actually have a light there. It's not turned on though. The outside, you can see it's fitted up with gatlins. I change up to a tool. Okay, I didn't have that tool on me. You can see it's a Gatling turret. There is a good dispersion of turrets in nearly every direction. Some in the front and some underneath. We have the, like I said earlier, I have 8 of the hydrogen thrusters to go into atmosphere, and I have the azimuth ion to go in. Forward, backward, upwards and downwards. So that's the outside. Of course, maybe we could do the top. There is some stuff on top, an antenna. I am gonna think about putting more stuff around to make it more pleasing for the eye to look at. Okay, so this can be pressurized. I haven't put a button for that yet. I could though. Shouldn't be that easy, difficult to do. Okay, find event hanger. There. That's not the right hanger, maybe? Event 9. Okay. So that is the other hanger. It also has an event, so you could do main. I am gonna rename it, of course. And it seems like I'm not doing that the right way. Let's put in some pressure here. There's air tanks and stuff, so. And here you see I have two pathways, the same left and right. So you can do maintenance. I have my thrusters sideways, internally in one of the pods. And it seems like I'm being attacked. Let's go and find out how that went. And that is probably the corruption mod acting up. And the shield is defending us. I didn't put and there isn't that many. Ah, come on. Let's back her up and destroy that thing. Since that's a big ship, it's gonna take a couple of bullets. It seems like it is destroyed. Sorry about that, I forgot that I have the corruption mod on. I should have turned that off. But it's always fun to fire some couple of bullets. That's the wrong door. We need to go down this way. And it's still drifting away. was saying, in the pods, you even have a door to go out, so you can go out. As you can see, I'm outside the pod, so you can also dock into a landing platform here, so you could go straight in. We have, as you can see, I have a possibility to walk more azimuth thrusters, large sloped. So you can see I have for braking here, 2 layers, and sideways here. If we go forward, we come to another utility room with my hydrogen tanks, atoms again, normal iron I'm saying, but hydrogen thrusters, and a couple of oxygen generators, and also a row of gyros. I am gonna put in more. Going more forward, I have my jump capability with my jump drives, and even going forward, you can see how I am doing my up, down, and more side thrusters. And I put in a couple of gyros here and there where I could. I am gonna put in more, so it will be more maneuverable. And you can see everything is piped up, and I have a nanite repair beacon on. So if I come into a base who has nanites, I can repair. Here I didn't, it's a bit open, so yeah, I'm gonna put in sidewalks. And since I am in creative here, not actually creative, I am in survival, but have my admin tools on, I will put on some sidewalks so I won't fall that easily in. There. So now you can walk into the ledge and not fall down. That is my Prometheus. I will put on some piping down here, out here, and with the connector for my miner, and maybe a side connector depending on which miner I'm gonna use when I'm on the server, which is a drug server. So I hope you enjoyed my show and tell of my Prometheus ship, and while we're at it, we can see our jumping capability with it. Let's point away. Press K, we make a, we can leave that one. Create a new one, Mr. Fix 1. And we can hide the body location. I'm using that to find my way back. And let's take and find a jump drive. let's take a blind jump. And this is not a server, this is playing on my single game, a test world I've made. And as you can see, I jumped with all my jump tries. I jumped 787.44 kilometers. Not bad for a huge ship. Hello, Guileo. I see somebody's on the chat. And thank you for watching. I am, if you didn't catch the beginning, I am showing off my Prometheus, which I am gonna use in a survival server. And I can show you the outside. I'm just gonna point back, and as you can see, if I go to my jump drive, I'm gonna jump back. And you find your jump drive in your game menu, and you put in, select the GPS. Then it should be GPS here, which is selected. And now when you jump, you're gonna not do a blind jump like I did this direction, but you don't need to point the way where you're going. If I press my jump drive, you see it's not fully charged. It is gonna take a while to recharge. Hello, Wagner Max. So this is Prometheus. You should be able to find a version, an earlier version of it in the Steam Workshop. I haven't set it all up as how I should with the mods which is included you need to have. But if you have the Stargate mod, the Asbest mod, the Titan Engine mod, and the Stone Crusher mod, you shouldn't be that far away. You see on the speed, it is a quite fast forward. And for the braking, it's also quite good braking without any issues. It does take a lot of power though, because it's a huge ship. It is a grid mass 19 million. So it's not a big ship, but it's still a big ship. And then that's what I wanted to put. Extra Field, welcome to my stream. Sorry if I butcher your name. Xavier Friend, welcome to my show off of my Prometheus build for Space Engineer, which is a survival build for me. I've built some of it in survival, I built some of it in survival, but as admins I can spawn in stuff, test out stuff, and some of it I built in creative. But I am building the Prometheus on Mars on a server. I'm gonna try to jump back, but to see if I can land again on Mars. Of course, the jump drives, since I've used those, they take a little while to charge up, and since I have a couple of them, it does take a while. Trying to put the sun behind. Could just look at the other side, which is fully lit. Turn off my dampness so I don't need to thrust the whole way. 78%. As you can see, there's not so many engines showing. There's the two tightened iron thrusters. That's the big one on each side. There's a pod on each side with the forward and sidewards thrusters, and the up and down is in the front. Some of the windows are windows, some of them are more for show, like those in the front. Up in the tower, that's the main bridge, which I'm sitting in now. %. Let's put the speed down so I won't just fly by my place I want to be. And we stopped. And of course I did the mistake of having my visor up, let down, I should say, so I nearly died of not having oxygen in an oxygen rich environment. So back to that this is my bridge. There is an Asmus chair, ancient chair, 2 chairs for the first and second officer. They have their own sleeping quarters on each side with a pod, cryopod, a bed, a vent, and a door. And now what I showed, I'm hoping that we can jump away. And yes, thank you, I want to jump to that location. So, since we are at this location, we don't have any speed. Let's take her down for landing. I know she's a bit slow on the turning, but since this is gonna be my capital ship, I think it is okay, and since I'm building her as a survival ship, I'm not gonna use too many resources building her on Mars. So I maybe put in more, I will put in more gyros once I come up to space, because mining in the atmosphere is a bit more difficult. I'm pointing her down, going full speed. Should maybe break down to, since I'm having a speed mod which gives me 250 meters a second, I should break a bit down. see it, she stops. But when you come further down, it's better to level her off and put on the hydrogen thrusters. I didn't want to put bigger landing gears or make boxes for the landing gears or whatever you would call it, so she could land flat. Because if you land her flat, she has a couple of difficulties getting up. It's probably gonna get worse when I get the miner inside. And let's level her off. And take her down for a landing. This wasn't the flattest spot to land. Let's do fully landing. Have gone overkill with the hydrogen. Whoa. That was a bit weird when I disconnected the landing gear. But what would you know? Space engineer is a bit different, and that's sometimes it makes stuff interesting. Can't other than laugh. That's probably an issue because it's a spawn in Mars, and I have a lot of stuff on my single player here. I wonder if she would do that again. Yep. Funny. Landing gear. I don't want auto lock. If somebody's seen that glitch before. I haven't seen that glitch before. And that's probably because of me having so much on this world. Because I have a couple of earlier versions of this Prometheus. For a couple of bases and a lot of other ships. And let's see if we can land her properly this time. What is helpful here is to have the there. And that is about how I land her. And if I want to take off again, it doesn't do that usually, but today it does. That's funny though. As you can see, we find a Prometheus staying here in space. And flying out of space after doing some somersault on the Mars. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good day.